Hello, my name is Alex Isles and welcome to Black Cart's Turret. When Hadrian's Wall was originally constructed, it didn't actually have forts built into the wall. Instead, it was designed to have a series of mile castles and turrets that would provide the defences for the Roman Empire. Now, those mile castles, as they suggest, are every 1 Roman mile. So we've numbered them today from east to west, and then there were also 2 turrets associated with each mile castle, A and B. So because of that, this here is turret 29A because it's closest to mile castle 29. So that's Black Cart's turret. We know that this turret would have been a 2-storey building from archaeology across Hadrian's Wall, on the German frontier and in other parts of the Roman Empire, where we can see what a Roman turret looked like. When it was excavated by the Northumbrian archaeologist John Clayton, we know that inside here there was a hearth, a place where you'd have a fire which would have kept the soldiers warm, and alongside that as well would have been a place where they would have cooked their food. You'd have probably slept downstairs as well to get the benefit of the hearth, and then upstairs would have been the location where the soldiers would have spent most of their time during the day. It had access probably to Hadrian's Wall, so you could walk along the wall, and on top of that as well, as you can see in the interpretation panel here, was likely covered by a pitched roof, and then the soldiers would look out to the north and keep an eye on what was going on outside in the northern part of, well, in the north of the frontier, to the north of the frontier. And so that would be incredibly important, because at any point there could have been an assault against the wall. At that point, the soldiers likely would have caused a signal. Now, we have some ideas from Roman military writings of how those signals would have worked, but they would have lit a signal, and then it would have been passed along the wall, enabling for troops to then come out from the local Roman forts and to relieve them and to help them. Alongside this as well, the first relief would probably come from a local mile castle. And then if that mile castle wasn't able to push away the assault on the wall, then they would also be then reinforced with troops from the 2 local forts. So Broccolita just to the west, and also slightly further over, you've got Chester's Roman forts. Now, Chester's had cavalry, so they could quickly get here, whereas the soldiers at Broccolita were infantry soldiers and would be coming here on foot, but you still got 480 soldiers over there coming as fast as possible to reinforce you and stop anyone getting over the wall. Most likely, though, it was a very boring posting. You're not likely to get an assault on the wall. You've got the wall ditch in front, which is going to stop people before they even get to the wall, and the vallum behind. So even if they do get over the wall, if you lock the doors of your tower and wait out, basically help is probably going to come before they can get away, because the ditch behind the wall is also going to slow them from causing any trouble. So it's, even though a very boring posting, it's also quite a safe one, and like most soldiering, it's 99% boredom, 1% sheer terror, panic, and what people today would describe as action. So quite an easy one, interesting one to have a look at there. I really hope you've enjoyed my little talk here about Black Cart's turret and about Hadrian's Wall and what life would have been like for a soldier sitting inside this turret, waiting for either to be relieved and going back to the mile castle or to the fort, or just living his daily life and waiting for an attack. And it just shows that little bit of life here on the Roman frontier, that little bit of what this soldier signed up for and what it was like here 2,000 years ago. So I've really enjoyed talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and that you will come back to watch another video shortly. Thank you very much.